This is Inspiration and Wellbeing TV.
Hello everyone. What I'm about to share with you isn't just important, it could fundamentally transform our world. I ask that you watch this video all the way through, as at the end, you'll be treated to Study War No More, a powerful music video produced by the Global Peace Alliance that perfectly captures the vision we're discussing today. Look around our world. We're facing multiple ongoing conflicts across the globe. Over 108 million people displaced, entire economies shattered, countless lives lost, and despite our technological progress, our diplomatic institutions, and our understanding of conflict resolution, we continue to resort to war. But what if war isn't inevitable? What if we could create a system that makes war not just unthinkable, but impossible? This is the core premise of the Global Peace Alliance, a revolutionary framework for abolishing war. Not reducing it, not managing it, abolishing it entirely. Section 1. The issues the GPA addresses. Let's start by understanding exactly what problems the Global Peace Alliance aims to solve. First, there's the catastrophic human cost of modern warfare. Unlike conflicts of the past, today's wars predominantly affect civilians. In Syria, Yemen, Ukraine, and dozens of other conflicts, it's not soldiers who bear the brunt. It's children, families, and communities. Generations grow up knowing nothing but violence. Second, there's the failure of our current international system. The United Nations, despite its noble intentions, is frequently paralyzed by veto powers in the Security Council. When 5 nations can block action, regardless of global consensus, peace becomes hostage to politics. Third, there's the fragmented nature of peacekeeping efforts. Current approaches are reactive, under-resourced, and lack coordination. By the time the international community responds to a crisis, the damage is often irreversible. Fourth, there's the problem of enforcement. While we have international laws against aggression, we lack a unified mechanism to enforce these laws. Countries can violate peace with minimal consequences. And finally, there's the outdated notion that national security can only be achieved through military supremacy. This thinking traps us in endless arms races, while ignoring the reality that in our interconnected world, true security can only be collective. Section 2. The principles of the GPA. So, what exactly is the Global Peace Alliance? At its core, it's built on 5 fundamental principles. The first principle is universality. The GPA would unite all 193 UN member states in a binding commitment to outlaw war. This isn't about creating a coalition of like-minded nations. It's about establishing a new global norm where aggression is universally condemned and prevented. The second principle is rapid response. The GPA would maintain a standing peace force capable of deploying anywhere in the world within hours, not weeks or months. This force would be composed of military, diplomatic, and humanitarian professionals from all member nations. The third principle is collective enforcement. Any nation that initiates unprovoked war would face not one opponent, but the combined might of the entire international community. This makes aggression not just morally wrong, but strategically impossible. The fourth principle is bypass mechanisms. The GPA would create new protocols, allowing intervention when necessary, circumventing the current Security Council gridlock. No single nation or small group of nations could prevent action when global peace is threatened. And the fifth principle is integrated approach. Military response is only part of the equation. The GPA would simultaneously deploy diplomatic, humanitarian, and development resources, addressing not just the symptoms of conflict, but its root causes. Section 3. Why these principles matter and should work. Now, why would these principles succeed where previous efforts have failed? The answer lies in both history and human psychology. Throughout history, Whenever nations have truly united against aggression, they've succeeded. From the Allied forces in World War II to international coalitions against piracy, collective action works. The GPA simply institutionalizes this proven approach. From a psychological perspective, war persists because aggressors believe they can win, or at least achieve their objectives at acceptable cost. The GPA would fundamentally alter this calculation. When the price of aggression becomes immediate confrontation with the entire global community, war ceases to be a rational choice. There's also the practical reality that modern challenges, from terrorism to climate change, cannot be solved by nations acting alone. The GPA aligns with our growing recognition that security in the 21st century must be cooperative, not competitive. And importantly, the GPA addresses the implementation gaps that have hampered previous peace efforts. It's not just an ideal, it's a detailed operational framework with specific mechanisms for funding, command structure, deployment protocols, and legal authorization. Section 4. Practical implementation. Let's talk about how the GPA would actually work in practice. The implementation would begin with a founding treaty, similar to the UN Charter, but with stronger enforcement mechanisms. Member states would commit to contributing specialized military units, funding, and expertise. A rapid deployment system would be established, with regional bases hosting GPA peacekeepers ready to respond to emerging conflicts. These forces would be trained specifically for peace enforcement, not traditional warfare. A sophisticated early warning network would monitor tensions globally, allowing diplomatic teams to address conflicts before they escalate to violence. This preventive approach is key to the GPA's effectiveness. Clear protocols would define what constitutes aggression and what responses are authorized, eliminating the political debates that often delay intervention when it's most needed. And critically, the GPA would establish a permanent peace development fund, investing in stability, governance, education, and economic opportunity in conflict-prone regions, addressing the conditions that lead to war in the first place. Section 5, the book. All of these ideas are explored in depth in Kitsy Nkwocha's groundbreaking book, The Global Peace Alliance. This isn't just another book lamenting the horrors of war or offering vague hopes for peace. It's a comprehensive blueprint for transforming how humanity handles conflict. Nkwocha meticulously details the catastrophic consequences of our current approach, country by country, conflict by conflict, building an undeniable case for change. He examines the shortcomings of existing international institutions and why they failed to prevent war. But the true value of this book lies in its solutions. Nkwocha doesn't just diagnose the problem, he provides a detailed roadmap for implementing the Global Peace Alliance. How the Standing Peace Force would be structured and commanded, how funding would be equitably distributed among nations, how legal frameworks would be updated to support intervention, how technological tools would support early warning and prevention, and perhaps most importantly, how we could transition from our current system to the GPA framework. The book systematically addresses every major objection to this vision, from concerns about sovereignty to questions of practical implementation. It draws on historical precedent, international law, and strategic analysis to make an irrefutable case that war can be abolished, not through wishful thinking, but through coordinated, systematic action. The Global Peace Alliance isn't just a book to read and set aside. It's a call to action, an invitation to participate in the most important movement of our time. I urge you to read this book. Understanding the full vision of the GPA is the first step toward making it reality. Share its message with everyone you know. Challenge the assumption that war is inevitable. Start conversations about the possibility of a world without armed conflict. Demand that your political representatives engage with these ideas. Ask them where they stand on creating a system that would truly enforce peace, not just respond to war. support organizations working toward peace. The movement begins with awareness, but succeeds through action. And most importantly, stay with this video until the end to experience Study War No More, the powerful anthem of the Global Peace Alliance. This music video captures the spirit and urgency of this movement in a way that words alone cannot. Throughout human history, we've abolished practices once thought permanent: slavery, colonialism, legalized discrimination. War can be next. The Global Peace Alliance offers not just hope, but a practical path forward. A world without war isn't just desirable, it's possible. And Kizzy Nkwotcha's book shows us exactly how to build it. Read the book, share its message, join the movement, and stay tuned now for Study War No More, the anthem of the Global Peace Alliance. Because together, we can create a world where our children and grandchildren will look back in disbelief that we ever settled our differences through violence. Thank you for watching, and please enjoy Study War No More. See you next week.
Study war no more, forever starts today. Dance the hate and guns away. GPA is the dream we're fighting for. Planning at peace forevermore. Study war no more, no more, no more. Study war no more. This is what we're for. Dancing in the streets with the purpose in our soul hearts. Beat out like thunder, but we're taking back control. No more lines drawn, no more lives torn. One world, one voice, we're born to transform. Study war no more, let the drums play peace. Turn the tanks to gardens, let the fighting cease. GPA is rising, give it global roar. We don't need no battles, just love at the core. Study war no more, no more, no more. Study war no more, this is what we're for. Study war no more, let the drums play peace. Turn the tanks to gardens, let the fighting cease. GPA is rising, hear the global roar. We don't need no battles, just love at the core. Study war no more, no more, no more. Study war no more, this is what we're for. For unity, not for domination. Marching with the rhythm of a peaceful generation. From islands to deserts, we echo the same song, telling all the warmongers that their time is done. Filled with hope, don't break with fear. Let the anthem of peace ring loud and clear. Study war no more, let the children dream. Fill the world of justice flow like a stream. GPA is calling, knocking on your door. Answer with a promise, no fighting anymore. Study war no more, no more, no more. Study war no more. the word of justice flow like a stream. GPA is calling, knocking on your door. Answer with a promise, no fighting anymore. Study one